Welcome back to New Delhi. We've got two finals to go, and up next, the one that, well, maybe stood out when we looked at the programme for today. KIDAMBI Srikanth from India up against Viktor AXELSEN. Men's singles coming up very shortly. And it's going to be very loud in here as we look at the race to Guangzhou. AXELSEN is top of the shop at the moment after his victory in the Spanish Masters and getting to the final at the All England. Momoto, the man who beat him in Birmingham. A couple of Japanese also in the top 8 as things stand. Here's how the men's singles has panned out. AXELSEN without any real alarms, but then he maybe has been in the easier side of the draw, you could argue. Srikanth had an epic match with Sai Praneeth, his fellow Indian, in the quarterfinals, winning it 21-19 in the third. Well, no prizes for guessing who they're supporting, although, to be fair, AXELSEN's very popular in this part of the world.
Presentation.
It's close, as you can see on that head-to-head. AXELSEN with a slight edge. They haven't met for a couple of years.
Africa. And to conduct the coin toss, Mr. S. Ramakrishnan, Head of Retail Banking and Wealth Management, HSBC, India. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for KIDAMBI Srikanth, India! Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Viktor AXELSEN, Denmark!
There's two players that can agree that they'd rather play each other than see Kento Momota on the other side. Since Momota returned from his suspension, these two players have played him 13 times altogether, lost every single one of them.
Service, which side? Stay his side. So swap it. Thank you very much.
Would you make AXELSEN favourite? Presumably you would, Steve.
I guess perhaps a small favourite. He's a rather big favourite with the betting agencies, 72%. I think I disagree with that, but I think he's played well in the beginning of 2019, and he's played well in this tournament as well, whilst Srikanth has sort of scraped by 21-19 in the third, in both the semi-final and the quarter-final. But he's on home soil, and he's a really good player in drifty conditions, so perhaps a slight advantage to AXELSEN.
.26 years of age, KIDAMBI. He was at #1 in the rankings a year or so ago. He had that brilliant 2018, won mixed team gold at the Commonwealth Games, a silver in the singles at that event. That took him to #1 after he'd won 4 events the previous year. And he is a former champion here. If we look at his slightly treacherous road to this final, taken to 3 games in 3 out of the 4 matches. But he is a former champion here in 2015 when he beat the man who's the other side of the net now, Viktor AXELSEN, in the final. AXELSEN a year younger, another former number 1 of course, who's won 18 of his 21 matches this year. That's why he's top of that road to Guangzhou. And his India Open title came a couple of years ago. He's been runner-up twice as well.
Ready to play.
That he's now made 4 of the last 5 finals. Fabio Betto from Italy is in the chair for this one. Andre van der Merwe from South Africa is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, KIDAMBI Srikanth, India. And on my left, Viktor AXELSEN, Denmark. KIDAMBI Srikanth to serve. Level. Play.
Well, he set it up well enough, didn't he? Actually, just missed the smash.
Over. 2-1.
That's well played by AXELSEN. Stayed forward.
Service over. 2-0.
Takes some guts because actually Srikanth would have been able to play the long recovery shot there, getting help from the drift alongside the court. Seems very focused here in the beginning. AXELSEN wants to get off to a fast start. AXELSEN is going to flick serve now after hitting that body smash to Srikanth. Nothing to do with the body smash, more the fact that his low serve before was very weak. This one was much better. It's been the point that he's been struggling with AXELSEN.
Great hands. KIDAMBI is such a deft touch. These little drop shots getting AXELSEN all kinds of bother.
Yeah, they are. He's so good at those delicate small deceptions at the net.
Service over, 5-4. Service over, 5-all. Service over, 6-5.
Almost just feeling each other out for the first 10 or so points here.
Wide.
Just get the feeling this is going to be blow and counter blow.
And not known for wanting to wear their opponents down, these two players. Definitely want to go on the attack to prevent their opponent from attacking. Great deception.
It's over. 7-9.
Twisting his wrist all backwards.
7-9.
Create the deception, Srikanth.
Well, so far, the power of Axelsen is rather trumping the subtlety of KIDAMBI Srikanth. And that's why it's a very handy lead. 11-7, the Dane in front.
11-7.
There's simply too much noise to hear what Danish coach Thomas Stavngård said to Viktor AXELSEN, but I guess they must be reasonably happy with the development so far.
Putting KIDAMBI under a lot of pressure.
7.
AXELSEN. Judgment there by the Indian.
7.
Just hasn't really got into a rhythm, has he, KIDAMBI Srikanth?
No, it's right now it's looking like the first game when they played in Viktor AXELSEN's backyard in Odense, where he's born. First game there, Viktor came out really strong, but eventually Srikanth was able to turn the tables on the Dane and won it. That was back in 2017. So I guess Viktor's out for revenge.
Well, he's exacting it at the moment.
17-7.
He scored all the points since the interval, Viktor AXELSEN.
What's that, 8 in a row?
Yeah.
7.
It was 10 in a row. He was ahead 9-7. AXELSEN.
So 11 in a row now, and 9 in a row since they emerged from the interval,
20
and 13 game points.
7.
And judging from the first game here, AXELSEN has been playing in a league of his own in this tournament. It's gone way long.
How good was that? 11 minutes, that's all it took him. Viktor AXELSEN absolutely storming in this final against KIDAMBI Srikanth, who looks somewhat shell-shocked.
seconds, 20 seconds. Report, thank you. Second game. Level. Play.
Don't think he's about to let up anytime soon, is he?
Oh, I see there's a strapping on the below the right knee of Srikanth. I don't know how much we should read into that, but it's a very interesting second game here because Axelsen is playing with the drift, and that's definitely not his preferred side of the court. So Srikanth should be able to put some pressure on the Dane. Here you can see the strapping. There's something on the lower calf as well. I mean, he's managed to make his way to the final, Srikanth, and has beaten good players. But I guess that's the question, or the task that Momota has given these two players who were dominating 2017. Viktor AXELSEN won the World Championships. Srikanth won twice back-to-back Super Series tournaments, and then came Momota and said, "Hey guys, you've got to develop your game. If you're too one-dimensional, then I'm going to eat you alive."
It's over. 1,
And
3.
Axelsen has got a little bit better start to the year than Srikanth. 2 semi-finals, a win in Spain, and the All England final where he played better against Momota than he's done lately. He seemed to be playing at a really, really good pace, the tall Dane.
Service over. 4.
Of course, he started last season well, didn't he, Axelsen? Won the Malaysia Masters very early on in the season, and then had all those injury issues.
Yeah, got injured the tournament after in Indonesia and went through surgery and didn't really recover well. Was out again later in 2018.
5-1.
Where it looks on Gorbachan. Not often you can see a lot from his face expression, Gorbachan. But that looked a little bit worried to me.
He's only won 8 of the 34 points they've played so far. KIDAMBI Srikanth.
Service over. 2-5.
Good shot. So it is going to be a tough road for Srikanth here. He cannot expect to go from scoring 7 points in the first game to totally dominating the second. As long as he's in contact with Axelsen, then it's good.
Well, it's a good little mini fight back here from 5-1 down.
4-5.
Wow.
So look,
what's going on with the lighting here? It goes suddenly it goes dim. Hope it's not in the middle of a rally.
Just got that look on his face today, Axelsen, that says I mean business.
Yeah.
He's hardly put a foot wrong. I've only been playing for not even 20 minutes yet, and he's a game up and 7-4 ahead.
That's the way he has to play, Srikanth. That's the way he normally plays so well in drifty conditions. He's so good at winning the net and maintaining the attack, the control of the rallies. It's landed in. The linesman was hesitant, but finally came up with the right call.
Yeah, that was in by a fair margin too. Some great retrieving by Axelsen. Turned away in disgustingly as soon as he saw where it landed. Wasn't even close to the line, really.
And it's so important phase right now. We can see Srikanth talking to Gopichan on the coaching chair almost after every rally. He's got to stay in there, got to stay in contact with Axelsen to make it believable. And I think it's way too early to write him off yet. A little short the lifts from Srikanth, so a very welcome point there. For Srikanth. For Srikanth. Two. Back.
Hand side. The Seoul. Yeah, that's the one. And it's gone wrong, so very worrying for the Indian. And Seoul Bishop had some success with it yesterday in the semi-final, but too little and too late to make any impact.
Fantastic play.
Just looks so confident, doesn't he? Everything he does. Every shot in the book we've seen so far. That one did miss the line.
Service over. 7-10.
He'll take anything he can get at the moment.
8-10.
And this was the way it happened back in 2017 in Denmark. Srikanth was not really in it in the first game. There's a little bit more in it back then than he was here. But then he went neck to neck with Axelsen and managed to clinch the second game 22-20 before winning convincingly in the third.
Well, he's still got to come from behind here. 11-9. Axelsen leads second game.
What a rally to start the second part of this game with.
Yeah, shame it ended with an error, the miscue from KIDAMBI, but fantastic entertainment.
You always want such a rally to end with a brilliant shot.
Yeah, always something of an anticlimax when it doesn't, but he won't mind. That's for sure. It was the longest rally of the match.
But I would say Srikanth has conducted these two rallies. I couldn't hear what Thomas Stango was telling Viktor AXELSEN in the mid-game interval, but I managed to catch 2 words or 3 words. Shouldn't be allowed to. So that's something that they won't allow Srikanth to do. And the dangerous part here for Axelsen is if Srikanth suddenly gets the belief, suddenly gets confidence. Right now he's smash and drop ratio to lift ratio is at least 9 shots to the front court before lifting. Great save, fantastic save by Srikanth.
And Axelsen buckled.
Axelsen suggested that he had touched the floor. No, I don't think it was the case.
That's in. That was a big point. Not only be 14-13 now, but 13-12, I beg your pardon, but
the momentum.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get a lot of lifts for the rest of this match, Viktor AXELSEN, unless he earns them himself. And by earning them, I mean winning the game on the front court in the mid court against this man, Srikanth KIDAMBI.
So for the first time he sneaks in front.
13.
that's the way to do it for AXELSEN. He's got to stay at the net. Then force Srikanth KIDAMBI to lift. And then be a little bit more patient than he's been on the first attack.
One wide. I think some of the crowd thought it hit the line, but it hadn't.
15-14.
Well, if the first game was one-sided, this is a real nerve tinger. That's gone wide as well. Couldn't have done much more in that rally, AXELSEN, other than hit the line with that final shot.
That's well played by AXELSEN. He's really alert on the front court now, lifting but not lifting with a lot of height, so it doesn't really leave any angles for Srikanth. Brilliant. Change of pace to the front court. What a match we've got suddenly.
Amazing, isn't it? The second game is completely indistinguishable from the first.
16-all.
Now, was that a sign of a little bit of pressure? Normally expect him to make that, or at least make KIDAMBI play.
17,
Yeah, but
16.
it's a long movement and it's difficult to time in that corner.
Back on it.
Yeah, that's well played. So far in this second game, AXELSEN has been courageous. He's been sort of accepting the challenge on the front court and managed to be able to play back at Srikanth, even though it's all square now. But what happens if the Dane gets a little bit tensed here towards the end of the game? Or is it perhaps Srikanth, who's
17
one game down, who gets a little bit more tense?
Where did that come from?
Service over. 18-17.
Well, was that a sign of impatience? I don't know. All of a sudden, KIDAMBI's 2 points from the game.
19-17.
Oh, great defense by AXELSEN. He's such a tall man, still managed to crouch down and get that.
18-19.
Nothing wrong with the shot from Srikanth. Dreadful serve by AXELSEN and punished by Srikanth, who secures 2 game points now. was almost given that he was not going to flick again since Srikanth killed the last one.
Service over.
Way too high above the
20.
tape.
Game point. 18.
Well, what a turnaround. Can he complete it and take us to a decider?
Play.
It's wide, and once again I think the crowd thought he'd made that for the game.
Service over. 19. 20. Play.
Axelsen wants to change the shuffle, umpire says no.
No, I think it was the opposite. Srikanth wanted to change it.
Okay.
Aye, that's courageous. Excellent play by Axelsen. Twice in a row he stays on the front court. That one. Excellent play.
20 all.
That's not something he had naturally in his game. That is something that he's learned. A bit of luck on the net court.
Yeah, and a chance now to take the title. He's got a match point,
20.
having saved 2 game points. Fantastic rally to finish it, and Axelsen, having saved 2 game points, takes the title in Delhi. He was given a real test in that second game by KIDAMBI Srikanth, but he's come through the test. It's 2 titles already this season and a final at the All England. He's somewhere back pretty near his best, Steve.
And he's very, very happy, Axelsen, and who can blame him?
Viktor AXELSEN, 21-7, 22-20.
Beating Srikanth on home soil, and was really given a run for his money in this second game.
A terrific final rally, wasn't it? A match point.
Yeah, look at this one. Oh, not that one. It's one where Srikanth really has to dig deep to stay in the rally.
Not like football, you don't get booked for taking your shirt off.
No, but there was a lot of people who put their sunglasses on.
Very good. So we're going to have the presentation of the men's singles coming up shortly. And don't forget, after that, we've still got 1 final to go. We've still got the men's doubles to sort out.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now proceed to the men's singles medal ceremony. A big hand for the winners, ladies and gentlemen. The runner-up of the men's singles, KIDAMBI Srikanth, India.
Did all he could in that second game and very nearly nicked it. Sent us to a decider.
AXELSEN, Denmark.
But Axelsen held his nerve
May I
at the vital moment.
Mr. Surendra Roshan, Chief Executive Officer, HSBC India, to do the
Actually did the same yesterday, Steve, didn't he, in the semi-final when he won, I think, 3 or 4 points in a row to clinch the match when it was threatening to go to a second game, a third game, sorry.
He really stepped up, Axelsen, at a crucial point there, down
May I now
18-20.
request Mr. Anil Vijay, Lieutenant Governor, Delhi, to present the medals to the winners. Thank you very much, sir.
So the medals and the flowers, we're going to get some scarves for them as well, and of course the money, $26,000 plus for the singles winner, just over 13 for the runner-up. 9,200 ranking points for Axelsen, so that will push him even further ahead on the road to Guangzhou. 7,800
Thank you, sir.
for KIDAMBI Srikanth.
And that sees him to top 8 on the race to Guangzhou ranking.
President, Afghanistan Badminton Association, and Mr. Omar Rashid, Secretary, Evans, Badminton Association of India, to present the mementos to the winners. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. Ben Yoniyama, Chairman, YONEX, to present the walk check to the winners.
Is Victor planning to play Malaysia, do you know, Steve?
Yeah, he's going to Malaysia. I think I'm not really sure. The Danes, they have different flight tickets, but I know Thomas Staungård is leaving later this evening. I'm not sure they're on the same flight. Playing both Malaysia and Singapore.
So Axelsen takes the title, and coming next, the one remaining final. Men's doubles, 2 unseeded pairs. Stay with us.